Unless we understand the origins and the ends of our liberty, we Americans may learn what it is to lose freedom in a fit of absence of mind.
Well, the Pillars Conference is the Russell Kirk Center's attempt to address a pretty pressing issue in our time, which is the question of what is America, the foundations of America. There's battles on left and right over the meaning of America and whether or not the promise that has held for the last couple of centuries in people's minds, the American dream, the American story, the American promise, the achievements of America over time, have any sway or hold on us. So I think there is this crisis of meaning in America, the American character, the American spirit, American promise. And so what do you do? Where do people go?
One of the things that we want to do with this conference is to work with high school teachers and primary school teachers to help them think through not only the roots of American order and a better and more honest understanding of American history, but also ways that they can teach that.
Teachers of middle school history, teachers of high school history, they're really the point guards for getting this rich understanding of the American past out to a larger and larger group of people. If you don't touch the teachers, then you're never going to reach as far as you want to reach.
The way to understand the American order is to dig deep into its past. And when you dig deep into the past, you get beyond the beginning of the creation of the United States into these other civilizations, which provided really the pathways and the foundations, the pillars of the American order and American civilization. And Kirk concludes that they come from the ancient Hebrews, the ancient Greeks, the ancient Romans, and from London and the British tradition.
Russell Kirk's Roots of the American Order is both rich and eminently teachable. The idea of 5 cities, Jerusalem, Athens, Rome, London, Philadelphia, is like a curricular plan in and of itself. It's a curriculum which, can interact with other curriculum, in an interesting way.
The conference itself is in a format where we sit around a conference table and we have a shared reading and we discuss the shared reading. And the level of conversation about the reading has been very high. It's deeply informed and deeply reflective. So it's just energetic.
One of the big benefits of a conference like this is meeting other people who are asking the same kinds of questions that I'm asking about my own classroom. So I've met a lot of like-minded people who want to impart something of value to their students, trying to figure out precisely what is worth teaching in the classroom and how's the best way to accomplish that.
I get to gather with a couple dozen teachers from around the country who are reading the same book, and we get to discuss what is America, what do we come from, where might we go, what are the threads of our culture, and how can we share that to people that we teach.
As a teacher, I think the best mode is always the discussion, because you can truly enter into the text and wrestle with it yourself. So I love that we're able to do that with Kirk. Being able to sink into the text and really pull out what he's doing has been the most revolutionary thing for me.
The things they're going to learn at a conference like this will benefit them much more than a kind of mass conference where they're one of 500 participants. Here they're going to be one of 15, 20 participants. They're going to be heard, they're going to listen, they're going to have lively, engaged conversations about really substantive matters.
This is like going to grad school without grades and without competition. Good books, good people. You get to share ideas, you get to talk about teaching. This is practical. Everybody eventually does talk about what they teach and how they teach it. Anytime you get an opportunity to do that, I take it.
If you're a teacher, a high school teacher out there, we would love to have you join with us in this Pillars project. We have an exciting weekend program designed around the Roots of American Order, around these pillars, sessions on each of the pillars, as well as some others. Wonderful fellowship, meeting other teachers like yourself who are passionate about history and civics. It's a wonderful experience. It's a great opportunity to step aside We offer continuing education units. There's practical, pedagogical. There's lots of discussions about teaching techniques that go on in this conference. So if you're a teacher, there's all kinds of reasons, as well as just fun fellowship and doing something very worthwhile for yourself and ultimately for your students.
What's unique about this is that you end up with meeting people, learning with people, talking with people who are interested not in just pedagogical matters or technical matters, but in an honest and open exploration of really important ideas that helped shape our world.
So we're very hopeful that the Pillars project will contribute to the renewal of the American story, the American tradition.